Hi, Linda Sessions here, and getting ready to talk about week 4 in computer applications. Can you believe it? We're already that far. Finished up Excel, and you should have received an email from me if you didn't have it turned in already. Those are just reminders emails, just a courtesy, just to let you know. If you don't have it turned in before the due date, you need to get it turned in or you're going to get a 0. I do impose due dates in my classes, so make sure you get assignments turned in, watch those due dates. This week, though, we're starting in Word, so let's jump into Canvas and see what's going on. Here in week 4, the discussion board is what's your favorite website. If you are just sitting down at the computer, what you go to? You know, I like to mess around on YouTube or Instagram, just TikTok. Sometimes I look at the news, depends on what mood I'm in, but what do you do? Where do you go? Do you shop? Where do you go when you get on the computer? If you're not doing homework, right? Hopefully you get your homework done first. But that's the discussion board. And then there's a link to the videos here, but I've also posted the videos for the assignments right after the assignments, so just wanted to make it a little easier for you to get to them if you want to. You don't have to watch them if you don't want to, but they're there. This week we're starting in Word, and Word is Microsoft Office word processing program. Some of you have used excuse me, have used Microsoft Word before. Some of you are used to Google Docs. Okay, those are the two probably big dogs, if you will, as far as the document processing goes. Here on your computer, you can go down to the search bar and type in Word. You should have Word on your computer. Once you open it, the backstage view right here, the on-screen, is similar to Excel, and we have a blank document. I'm going to go ahead and open this blank document. I just want to talk to you about some of the stuff that's on here. For instance, the ribbon. The ribbon is the same a lot. There's a lot of similarities between the ribbon in Excel and the ribbon in Word. So if you know how to get around in the ribbon, on the Home tab is the skills that Microsoft thinks is the most commonly used. So you've got your font. Now, you could do the font in Excel as well, right? You could change the font type. Couple of different things here. Right here we have the change case. And this is where you can actually toggle the case. So if you want everything to be uppercase, you can just select the text and click it here. You don't have to retype it, right? You've got bold. This little ghostly A here is where you can change how your text looks. And as you're moving your mouse over these, then you're going to get a little screen tip that pops up that tells you exactly what the name of that is. Now, if you're in a Mac environment, those little screen tips don't come up, and I don't know why they didn't do that, but they didn't. So it's going to be a little harder to make sure that you have the right one selected. But if you're using a PC, then you're going to get that little tip that pops up. And like here is the fill black text color 1 shadow. This is that effect. And so you can find them. Make sure you find the right ones. Coming over here on the Home tab, one little, I don't know, I think it's a skill in Excel or in Word. Excel has it too, but Word is really fun. And that's the dictate button right here. And when you have the dictate button, you can turn it on and you can actually talk to your computer if it's set up with a microphone, and it will type what you're saying. So if I click on dictate right now, from this point forward, it is going to type what I say, period. Now, if I want to add punctuation, comma, a lot of times I need to go ahead and say what that punctuation is, period. Otherwise, it might not put the punctuation in for me, period. Because it is just typing in what I say, comma, when I'm finished dictating, I still need to go back and proofread what it has typed, period. When I'm finished typing, I can just click off of it, but you can see that it typed everything that I said. Now, usually after otherwise, you put in a comma. So I need to go back in and add a comma. And here, I don't have a capital I. So I've got this red underline, but sometimes you might not get a red underline. So you just need to always go back in and proofread it. And see here, it actually put in a period instead of entering a period. So I need to backspace to get rid of that and then hit my period key. So you still need to go back in, and I'm going to go to paragraph. I'm going to go to this paragraph setting button right here in the corner, and I'm going to go to line spacing, and I'm going to change it to double space. And now I'm going to go back in and I'm going to reread it. I'm going to proof it, and I'm going to fix the typos and phrasing and stuff so I can clean it up before I turn it in. But if you're a slow typer, then this might be something that you want to check out. Check out that dictate button. It might save you some time. Again, I want to stress, if you use the dictate button, to make sure that you go back in and proofread it. But it's really a cool little thing that you can do. Another cool thing that you can do in Excel is under the Review tab here, you can change the language. So if English isn't your first language, you can actually come up here and you can change the language and make Microsoft into your first language, or here I can actually translate it. So I can highlight what I want it to translate. I can translate a selection and say I want to translate it from English. Move this little box here to, let's see, find Spanish. I can change it to Spanish. And right here, now, here's my English and here's my Spanish. So I can actually, maybe if I'm learning Spanish, or maybe if I need to send it to somebody who speaks Spanish, then I can actually translate my document into Spanish. And you can see there was lots of different languages there. So lots of fun things you can do here. So I wanted to show you that translate portion, and I wanted to show you that dictate. Those are really some nice aspects of Microsoft Word. Now here in the reading, you want to look at the reading, especially if you're new to Word. It's going to give you some details and information about Word that you would need to do this Project 1. And Project 1, it's a SAM project, so you're going to download your instructions and download your documents, and then you're going to make changes based to the document based on those instructions. You'll notice I have a video. Now, in this video, I go over a lot of the basics in Word, but I also complete this project. So you can always come here and you can watch this video before you start doing this project yourself. And it's going to help you as you work on the project to be able to understand it a little better before you start doing it. It's going to be the same here in Word Chapter 3. Now, yes, we did skip Chapter 2. Did that on purpose. We're going to Chapter 3. You're going to be learning a little bit about adding a table to a document, messing with the pictures, formatting them, adding a smart art. Again, here's a video where I go over and I talk about the assignment and about the skills, and I complete the assignment. So you can watch this before you start doing it. The Word Module 3 project, creating a business letter, is going to take you longer to complete than the Word Module 1. Just going to let you know. It's going to take you a little bit longer to complete that. But you've got the text here to help you. Of course, you've got Google. You can always ask questions, and you've got the videos. The third project for this week, and you do need to do these in order, it's really going to make it a lot easier for you, is the All About Me poster. And on the All About Me poster, again, here's a video where I complete one for you. But here on the All About Me poster, right here you have some guidelines. I tell you to start with a blank Word document, and then I want you to use word art for your name. You're going to go to the insert and then scroll over to the word art options and type in your name. You're going to format that in some way, use a text box, add a shape, add at least 3 pictures, use a font, something other than Times New Roman, Calibri, or Arial. Those are just like boring fonts. Try something different. And use 3 different font colors. Just kind of make it fun. Now here in Save and Submit, here's one that I've completed. You can see I put in a picture of the Flint Hills. I've got a text box here. I've got a picture of ducks. As you know, I like ducks. Lots of them back here. Here's a picture of 2 of my dogs. Bailey looks like she's eating Paris's face. But this is just a little bit about me. And I just want you to, just a simple poster about you. Okay? So those are the assignments here in Word Chapter 3, or week, Computer Applications, Week 4. Yeah, get my chapters mixed up. So right here at Module 4, make sure you get them turned in by the due date. Pay attention to that. So hopefully you have some fun getting to know how to work around in Word this week. And reach out if you have any questions. I'm here for you. I want you to be successful. And hopefully, like I said, you have some fun learning how to use some of these skills in Word. Have a great week.